Hi everybody, my name is Walter. I'm with Cindtoro Digital Marketing, and today we're going to talk about analytics and measurement. So analytics, basically, what is it? It's the tracking of your data. So there's, various different ways to track analytics. There's various different platforms to track analytics. And today in this video, we're going to talk about Google Analytics. So Google Analytics 4, which is the current instance of Google Analytics. Google Analytics 4 had replaced Universal Analytics, and now, obviously, as we all can see, we have Analytics 4, which is denoted as GA4. So we're going to talk about basically what are the most important things to measure on there, because if you look at everything in analytics, you got to be crazy. There's just so much information back there. It's a lot easier basically just to kind of pick certain things out and use them when you need them. So in no particular order of operations, let's talk about the stuff. So the first one's going to be page views. Page views is going to be a really, really good metric for when you want to understand how many page views your website is getting. Page views can be broken down by strictly like page views by the week, by the month, 90 days, 6 months. You can do basically, honestly, anything you want. You can do for a year. You can really kind of configure these things any which way you would like to. So page views is a very, very useful metric to kind of gain an overall understanding on how many pages are people reading across your site. Are there any ways that you can improve these sorts of metrics, things along those lines. The next thing, which kind of follows right along with page views, is page views per user. So page views per user is just as simple as it sounds. It's pages viewed per user. That's it. Now, if you want to include or optimize basically the number of pages that users are looking at, or whatever the case may be, then you're going to want to track page views per user, because that will help you then figure out how to increase the number of pages somebody's viewing on your site. Of course, there's strategies and ways to do this, such as improving your internal links, improving the way your website functions overall, whatever the case may be, right? Lots of different ways to do it. Next thing is going to be your session medium. So your session medium is going to be very, very important. Your session medium is going to help you understand what are the ways that people are getting to your website and how long are they staying on your website from those ways. So, right, we have just a few aspects of stuff, kind of by default, or, things that you should be looking at. We have email, we have organic, we have CPC, or paid traffic, which is paid traffic from like Google, like Google ads, Facebook ads, things along those lines. We have organic social, so like social media, things along those lines. You have all these various different session mediums and session sources. And, really where they become important is understanding, like I said, the top ways that traffic is coming to your website. Once you know what the top ways are, then you can actually optimize and analyze and whatever else the case may be. Next thing here is going to be the average engagement time of those session mediums. So the average engagement time, very, very important. You want a high average engagement time across the board for all of your stuff, but not everybody's going to stay on your website as long as what you would like them to do. The higher engagement time on your site, the more useful and trustworthy a search engine actually thinks that it is, et cetera, things along those lines. Next thing that we're going to talk about is total users and then new users. So total users is basically the number of people that visit your website who have been cookied before. So basically what happens is users, when they come to your site, they get cookied. which lets the analytics tag know that they visited the site. They go into basically what's called a bucket of total users. Some of them will be returning users if their browsers are tracking that. And then we also have new users. So the new users are people who are coming to your site who might have had a cookie duration that has expired. The typical duration for this thing is like 7 days. So after a time period of 7 days, the cookie resets, and then you have what's counted as a new user after that period. Of course, you can adjust your cookie duration for your analytics property by going into your admin and then your settings, and you can adjust it somewhere within there. On an overall basis, though, all of these sorts of tracking aspects of stuff, they help to optimize your digital marketing, your SEO, your ads, your social media, whatever the case may be. They're very, very important metrics to look at. And the final one that I want to go over is the pages and the screen class. Simply put, this is basically just the top pages that your website has. It's very simple to understand. What you can basically use it for is looking at what your top pages are, ways to improve those pages to make them even better, or looking at what your underperforming pages are and then seeing how you can improve those aspects of things. Overall, if you need help with your setup, your analytics, your measuring, whatever the case may be, the team at Cindtoro can help you. We can get in touch with each other by dialing 407-923-0109 or visit us at our website at cindtoro.com. That's Cindtoro.com. And we hope to hear from you soon. Thanks. See you in the next video.